Namaste. Welcome to your mat. So, before we begin, make sure that you have two blocks, and we will start seated on our shins and taking one of those blocks and placing it underneath the sit bones to give ourselves some elevation in the hips, take some of the pressure off of the legs, and finding that comfortable sit, nice organized spine. And we often find that the spiritual journey is said to be this really long journey, when in reality, it is only this long, right? The distance between the head and the heart. So, in our practice today, we're going to work through that journey of dropping from the head down into the heart. So, I invite you to allow your eyes to come to a close if that feels comfortable and safe for you. Or maybe you just want to take a soft gaze somewhere out in front of your mat, resting the palms comfortably on the thighs. And we'll drop our awareness down into that heart space. And imagining for a few moments here as though you can breathe in and out through the heart. Inhaling, feeling that expansion and rise of the chest. Exhale, softening of the body. You inhale, breathing into that heart space. And exhale softly. We actually know that the heart is on its very own circuit, separate from the brain. And this opens us up to all sorts of possibilities for how we move through the world, how we feel in our body, how we process and cope with emotions. So inhaling into the heart, exhale, release. And allowing your eyes to open if they've been closed. And our next inhale will sweep the arms up towards the sky, get nice and long. Exhale, cactus the arms, chin comes to chest. Inhale, arms reach up, gaze goes up. Exhale, cactus the arms, chin comes to sky. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, cactus, chin comes to chest. Inhale, arms reaching up, get nice and long. Exhale, cactus the arms, crown of the head falls back, chin to sky. Another inhale, arms reaching up. And on the exhale, gently floating those arms down by the sides. We'll come off of that block, grab our other block, come to stand on our knees, and we'll place the blocks on either side of the legs, directly in line with the femur bones. We'll inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, side bend to the left. Left hand finds that block and arcing over to the left side of the room. Inhale, finding length in that side body. Exhale, spiraling the heart open towards the sky, really opening your heart to the moment. Breathing here. Your next inhale brings you back up to center, finding length, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, side bend to the other side, right hand to block, arcing over, really reaching towards that right side of the room. Inhale, find length through the side body. Exhale, opening the chest like the flower opens up to the sunlight. Breathing here. Inhale brings us back on up, arms reach up. And we'll exhale, sit back on our heels, just moving the blocks over off of the mat for now. We'll bring our butt down and ankles around to plant the feet onto the mat, the hands planting just behind and on either side of the hips. Inhale is going to lift us up into reverse tabletop, pausing here. Exhaling, feeling the strength of the shoulders and the arms, the feet firmly rooted into the earth. Inhale here, and the exhale brings us back down to the mat. Now we're going to move into a very traditional hatha practice. This is one of the 5 Tibetans, where we're really going through this dynamic movement that is matched with our breath. So we're going to grab our 2 blocks and bring those onto either side of the hips, right where our hands just were in reverse tabletop, because that's where we're going to be beginning. So we have our blocks here, just elevating our palms. And we're going to inhale, brings us up into reverse tabletop. And the exhale, we shoot our hips through the arms, feeling that strength and support. Inhale brings us back up. Exhale, shoot through. Now go ahead and get yourself set up if you haven't done so already. And as you are ready, the inhale is going to bring you into that reverse tabletop. Exhale, shoot through. And we're going to move through with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, shoot through. And moving at your own pace and in your own way here with your breath. It may or may not be matching the pace that I have. Taking 1 or 2 more here. Inhale, up in tabletop. On your next exhale, shooting through and then plopping those sits bones onto the mat. We can move our blocks to the side. We're done with those now. Come into a letter L, sit, and just shake out the wrists. Kind of bringing some of that synovial fluid back into the wrists. Maybe giving a windshield wiper with the feet back and forth, really feeling the head of the femur rotating in the acetabulum. And then with your next inhale, planting the hands, fingertips firmly rooting into the earth, crown of the head reaching tall towards the sky. And the exhale, slowly walking those fingers towards the feet and folding over the legs. Breathing here. Easy inhale. Easy exhale. Your next inhale, walking the hands back towards the hips, finding length in the spine. And the exhale, rounding of the spine, slowly lowering yourself all the way down to your back. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, take a nice big good morning stretch. Exhale, releasing and surrendering into the mat. Then we'll pull the knees into the chest, just taking a gentle rock from side to side, a nice massage of the lower lumbar. And then in your own way, in your own time, slowly making your way back up to a seated position. And we'll close our time here together with the Bij mantra for the heart chakra. And a Bij mantra, so mantra being a thought or an intention expressed as sound. This mantra for the heart is YAM, Y-A-M. So we'll chant that together here, but first taking a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sighing it out. We'll inhale for YAM. YAM. And I thank you for your presence today.